Proverbs 18:1. And it says, through desire, a man having separated himself, seeketh and intermeddleth with all wisdom. Proverbs chapter 2. And 10, it says, when wisdom entereth into thine heart, and knowledge is pleasant unto thy soul, discretion shall preserve thee, understanding shall keep thee, to deliver thee from the way of evil men, from the way of man that speaketh froward things. Giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Rahakakodash. Double honors to my apostles, elders, great millstone, and peace and salutations to the hopeful elect of Israel scattered abroad. I like to say Shalom. This is Isaiah chapter 41, and I'll start here at verses 14. It says, fear not, thou worm Jacob, and ye men of Israel, I will help thee, saith the Lord, and thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. Psalms 91:1, it says, he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say unto the Lord, he is my refuge and my fortress and my God. In him will I trust. You see, we got to put our whole trust in the Lord. This year that's coming up, it's going to be a trying year. Okay? It says, surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler, Esau Edom pretty much, and his snares, and from the noisome pestilence, okay, from those missiles. It says, he shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. Okay, that Tawah, shield and buckler, man. Ezekiel 9:4, and it says, and the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. And that's us. That's the prophets that are sighing and crying every single day for all the abominations that be done in the midst of Babylon the Great, aka America, Rome 2.0, the fourth beast spoken about in Daniel chapter 7. Okay, that beast is here today in the form of America. Okay, and the EU and NATO. Okay, we're gonna need the help of the Lord. They got drones, they got all types of things, man. You know, they're able to spy on you through your phone, through whatever, man, through these apps. They're constantly collecting data, constantly getting caught for doing stuff, constantly trafficking humans. So we're going to need that Tawah up on our foreheads, man. We're going to need that Tawah up on our foreheads because these devils is coming down this year, man. 2024 is about to be a hell of a year. We're going to need that Tawah, that mark of exemption. We're going to need it really bad, man. Let me get this. Let's see. I was thinking about that 2 Peter. But I want to get this. This has been coming out for a while. 2nd Esdras chapter 16 and 68, and it says, "For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you." We're going to need the help of the Lord, man. "And they shall take away certain of you and feed you, being idle with things offered unto idols." Okay? So they're going to offer you that chip. They're going to offer you that chip. They're going to squeeze the life out of you until you have no choice but to trust in them and to their hand. And they're going to feed you with things offered unto idols. They're going to offer that idol or that chip to the idols also, to your celebrities, your TD Jakes, your all of them. The scriptures tell you in Revelation chapter 6, chapter 13, that he calls of all. It just so happened this is coming up again. We're coming into a time whenever these things are going to be accomplished, man. Yeah, Zechariah 13 and 8. Yeah, 2/3 are going to be cut off and die. Okay. Thus saith the Lord. And Jake got to go anyway, man. Revelations 13 and it says verse 16, "And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark." Now this is a different kind of mark than that Ezekiel chapter 9 and 4. Or was that Ezekiel chapter 9 and yeah, the water. Yes, Ezekiel chapter 9. Let me see. And 4. Let me see. Because there's a two different the walls, right? Yep. 9 and 4. He said, "Go through the midst of the city and smite Jerusalem and set a mark upon the foreheads." A mark. That mark right there, we get the inner liner. It says the mark, a mark. Strong's 8420. It says Tawah. Tawah. It says desire, mark as a sign of exemption. A sign of exemption from judgment. And that's what we hoping that we have. That's why we call ourselves the hopeful elect. You see? That's what we hoping that we have, man. That mark right there. Let's go into the root word.
Strong's H 8427. Tavah. Tavah.
Tavah, to scrabble, limit, mark, make, or set a mark. Yeah. Exemption from judgment. That's what we want. We want that. We want that Ezekiel 9 and 4. We don't want this mark in Revelations chapter 13 and 16. We don't want that mark. That's the one we don't want. Let's look up that mark and what that says. It says receive a mark. Now this mark is Strong's 5480. Okay. And it says
Strong's G 5480. Charagma. Charagma.
Charagma. Okay. This is a different mark. This is not the mark of exemption. This is the one that the Lord said he's going to destroy you if you get this one right here. It's going to be a choice mark. They're going to force you to make a choice. And it's going to be an easy choice. Either you're going to serve the Lord or you're going to serve the devil. He's going to make a choice by putting that MOTB inside of you. Okay? A stamp, an imprinted mark, a mark stamped on the foreheads of the right hand and the badge of the followers of the anti-Hamashiach. A mark branded upon horses, things carved, sculptured, graven work of idolatrous images. What's idolatrous mean, right? That's what America is full of. It says worshiping idols. Yeah. That's why we was just reading in chapter 16, 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 68. They will feed you being idols with things offered unto idols. So through those celebrities, through those Cardi B's and Nicki Minaj's, they're going to promote that RFID microchip to you people. Okay? They're going to say they got it. They're going to show you how it works and how they're getting by, and they're going to implement it slowly but surely into the. It's going to come a day when they're going to have to force it, because a lot of people already know what it is. Okay, worshiping idols. So we know what idolatrous means, right? That charagma, that other word right here, goes into karax, right?
Strong's G 5482. Charax.
It says
Charax.
to sharpen to a point, akin to through the idea of scratching, a pale or a stake, a palisade. What's a palisade, right? A fence of wooden stakes or iron railings, so something that sticks into the ground, fixed in the ground, forming an enclosure or defense. So a fence, pretty much, it has to stick inside of you. Hence the word scratch. Scratching. Through the idea of scratching. A palisade, a rampart. So they're talking about a needle here. This is what it's talking about, a needle. Pale between which the earth. Yeah, it's talking about a needle. Let's go deeper into that word. Karax. The root word, it says
Strong's G 1125. Grapho. Grapho.
grapho, to write, with reference to the form of the letters, to delineate or form letters on a tablet, parchment, paper, or other materials. So on your inside of your body, you'll be able to delineate. What does that even mean? Describe or portray something precisely. Yeah, so on the chip, you'll be able to delineate or form letters on a tablet. It says a tablet, but a tablet got a chip in it. Tablets back then, they obviously didn't. Parchment, paper, or other materials. So basically something to understand. It says to write with reference to the contents of the writing. To write, they want to write on you. They want to write on that chip, have all your information on it, to express in written characters. Okay? It says to commit to writing things not to be forgotten. And that chip can, they'll promote to you, oh, you can use your phone, but if you use this chip, you never lose your ID. You never lose your, you'll never be able to use it if it's connected to this chip and this CBDC or whatever it is. Okay. By the way, if they do the CBDC, they're going to use that somehow to promote that chip. Inside of this whole new world order is about forming man with machine, man with technology. Your phone, it's already a part of you, but they're going to squish you both together. You see? So that you can't leave the system. You can't go off grid anymore. You can't. They want total control. Okay? slaves, if you will, that don't believe in the Most High God, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua. That's what they want. That's their new world order. Okay? So it says to commit to writing things not to be forgotten, to write down, to record all your records. When you sick, whatever record you had, car records, your birth certificates, IDs, everything, all your records, they want to record it. They want to track your information. You won't be able to lie on an essay like, I used to work here and I used to work here, and you won't be able to lie anymore. They're going to know everything, Just a few words on that. On this New Year's, this freaking, I didn't get to do one of the New Year's Eve of destruction like the brothers is doing. So I'll come on here and do this right quick, Lord willing, put a few of them up today. Going back to that scripture, it's the second Esdras, chapter 16 and 69. It says, and they that consent unto them shall be had in derision, and in reproach and trodden underfoot. So as soon as you get that chip, you're gonna be thinking that everything's gonna be all right, but it's not gonna be okay. It's not gonna be okay. It's not gonna be okay, man. I keep on forgetting where this one is. When they shall say peace and safety, Yeah, 1 Thessalonians 5 and 3. I'm going to have to read that from 1. It says, but of the times and of the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. Okay, so 2024 is going to be that year. Our apostle deemed it, Lord, the year of hopeful Jacob's trouble, pretty much. Look at that, 144. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child. That's what's about to happen. They'll say peace and safety with that chip, through they promoting it, through people. That's why the scripture said they'll feed you being idols with things offered unto idols. It says, 2 Esdras 16 and 68 again, for behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you. And who is that multitude? Esau, Edom, the wicked elites, trying to forward their new world order, which is putting those chips inside of you. Okay? And leaving America desolate, pretty much. They want to leave it desolate anyway. But the Lord going to really leave it desolate, because they ain't going to escape. They think they're going to escape. That's why they're getting bunkers and all these things. You see? It says, shall take away certain of you and feed you being idle with things offered unto idols. Yeah, because they're going to use their celebrities to promote it to you. And, see with your eyes, whenever you see something, that's how Israel always is. They got to see it to believe it. Which is crazy, because they seen the Lord rain manna from heaven. But, they still was wanting to go back to Egypt. That's, we still, not they, because, I'm a Hebrew Israelite also. But we still wanted to go back to Egypt. We still wanted to, like, after all the miracles that we kept seeing, well, the Lord said he requires that which is past. So these generations are the same generations that wanted to go back into Egypt and shit and stuff like that, that was being disobedient against the Lord. You see? But this is the last time it says, verse 69, 2 Ezra 16 and 69, and they that consent unto them. And this is very important, man. And they that consent unto them, that means that you give them rule over you and your body and your situation, pretty much. You consent unto them. Let's get that word consent. Let's see what let's see what consent means. Consent, agree, give assent, yield when it says to agree, give assent, yield when one has the right. Power, you give power to somebody, or will to oppose, to agree, feel together, agree with together, feeling together, hence agreeing, giving permission. You give them permission over you. That's why whenever you go to the DOCTOR, you gotta say it like that. But when you go there, you agree. If you go inside that HOSP, if you go inside there, sign all types of papers, and you're pretty much theirs. So you're gonna have a choice to take that chip. It's not gonna be like, see, Jake could hurry up and say, no, I had no choice. I had to feed my kids. I had to, hey, well, that's just what a part of your story then. Whatever story that you got. Just like when everybody lined up in line to go get that JAB. That was just a practice round of what's to come. So it says, and they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and in reproach and trodden underfoot. Why? Let's get this scripture here. Let's go to Revelations 14. And 9, it says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast in his image and receive his mark in his forehead or at his right hand. Okay, the beast in his image. Okay, his image is his new world order. Okay, in America is Rome 2.0. The beast is Rome. Pretty much today, Rome with the EU, America with the EU, and NATO. America is that woman riding the beast. Because the scripture tells you, we're gonna get to it. It says Revelations 14 and 10, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. Okay, so that fire and brimstone is going to come from those chariots, so-called UFOs, the chariots of the Lord. They got our brothers on them. Okay? And from those missiles, that's another one of the Lord's armies. They call him the Lord of hosts, the Lord of armies. The missiles are his army. See, these other countries, they think that they're a part of their army, but they're actually a part of the Lord's army. And he's going to be in the missiles. Okay? And that's going to be that tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. Okay? Because this devil got to go, man. This is Revelation 17. And it says, verse 3, so he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness. And I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet-colored beast full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns. Okay? That woman is America today. Okay? Pretty much Esau, Edom today. And his hegemony. He has America riding that beast. It says, and the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet, and decked with gold and precious stones, and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication. Now, you look at America, and it says right here, Revelation 17 at the end of 4, it says, the cup that was in her hand was full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication. Just look around outside, like people are confused here. Kids got weird books inside their classrooms. You got all types of things happening, man. A man being able to marry another man, and women being able to marry women and adopt children, like children growing up in homes with 2 women or 2 men. One of the men is supposed to be the woman of the situation. It's just confusing. And it doesn't promote life. You don't get any life out of it. The Lord told us to be fruitful and to multiply. So those are abominations and filthiness, man. Let's go into this word abomination real quick. I don't want to make this too long. It says abominations.
Strong's G 946. Bedelugma. Bedelugma.
Bedelugma. It says a foul thing, a detestable thing, of idols. Of idols. See? Keep on going back to America, worshiping these idols, man. Like I think, all these idols, it says, and things pertaining to idolatry. See? That's what America represents. Different idols and things pertaining to adultery, fornication. It says, verse 5, Revelation 17 and 5, and upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon. It says, Mystery Babylon the Great. Now, why does it say mystery? It's trying to tell you that it's a mystery. It's for his prophets to understand it. It's for his prophets to teach you what it means if you're of the hopeful elect. Just like he said, it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom. He's clearly saying mystery Babylon. He's not talking about the Babylons of old, because there was a few of different, he's talking about a future Babylon. It says that upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. That's talking about America, bro. That's talking about America. It says, and I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints. Yeah. And with the blood of the martyrs of Yahushua, the Mashiach. Because certain brothers are going to have to die in this truth. They're going to, they're going to be rose up first, though. And it says, and when I saw her, I wondered with great admiration. So that's talking about America. Okay. Okay. Anyway, hopefully this message was edifying. Just putting something up, pretty much kind of through the spirit. I was reading those scriptures, a few scriptures, and putting a few things together, but you know how the spirit works. Lord willing, this message was edifying. Hey, Shalom.